Hello, hello, and welcome to the Rise of the Golden Idol. It really feels like long since I played the Case of the Golden Idol, but it turns out that that not long is about a year and a half. So maybe it was long. Anyway, Rise of the Golden Idol, much like the previous game, so I have heard, but with a much more modern setting in general, though I think some of the upcoming DLCs may not be. But yeah, if you have not heard of the previous game, you'll pick it up pretty quick, probably. There's a crime scene, and you have to try and figure out what happened by dragging words into the correct places, and figuring out who everybody is, and etc, etc. What is this? It is a thing. Constriction. A murderous way out. In this game, you'll solve scenarios involving murder and other strange events. You will do this by dragging words into the correct slots within sentences. Solve this example puzzle. Police needed to gather evidence to prove that the death had been a murder. That kind of thing. Solve a scenario, you must first explore the location by clicking on all hotspots and gathering all words. Location unexplored currently. Right. From Nepal Prom. Strap. Chewed cloth strap. And we have the word strap. Strapping. We also have this guy, who is being choked to death. Name tag. Prison Asylum Hotel. Morgue Bracker. Patients in Special Care Unit C, June 1977. Okay, this will be Unit 202, it looks like, which would make this Oriol Toussaint, Professor of Ancient Numerian History. We have a whole ton of words. Sweet Pines. And some keys. Cool. That goes back there. That goes back there. Red wood. Straight jacket. And a rubber baton. Next, click on the following elements in the bottom bar to open them. Words, names, events. You can organize the words in your inventory however you like. Try moving some of them around. I can move the whole thing. Quickly hide and show all elements by pressing that button. How to play. Events. The blank, 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 killed blank, blank, with a blank from a blank in the blank, blank, the blank, blank, blank. Okay. And I guess this will allow us to view different scenarios? Sure. Okay. We have a lot of names. Well, I think we can fairly safely fill those in. Straight jacket, strap. Yeah, this is going to be 202 because 201, 203, 204. This makes sense to be 202. So... name tag. So I think we can pretty safely assume that you are Morg Bracker, which I guess makes the other man Oriole Toussaint. Correct. And that should let us fill in the rest of this pretty easily. And he's a professor, right? Yes. Professor killed Morg. And there we go. That is how the game is played. Continue. Oriole Toussaint, professor of ancient Lemurian history, chewed through his straitjacket strap and suddenly strangled nurse Morg Bracker in cell 202. Lazarus Hurst was the leader of the Puritanical Order Party, which governed Albion from 1792 to 1795. Some claim he used a mystical golden idol to seize power. Nowadays, though, this is known to be a myth. Or is it? Okay, that allows us to replay the thing. Fine. Congratulations on finishing your first case. Welcome to Chapter 1. The Curse, which a strange threat looms over New Wells. Story 1. Not filled in. Lots of blanks. Academic impact. The death of a brilliant mind. Okay. Car. It's a car. Oh my god, is he dead, Cyril? Got a ring. Dear Deborah, I'm saddened to hear that Brandon's exam results have been rather poor. It seems your son has taken after his father. I warned you about marrying into that family. Mommy. Okay, we can start filling in some names already, I think. This will be Deborah. I don't know. Or what should we do? Bagman. 1970. Car key, a wedding ring. So we have Cyril and Deborah Bagman, I am pretty sure. There is a red pen. Slipped on, went for, fell from, collided with. A key with a strange keyring. A bunch of different names. And addresses. And some money. A pack of Brigantine Blue Blend cigarettes. A lighter, with the same pattern as the key. Sir, which of these speech titles do you prefer for the graduation ceremony at Imperial University? The shortcomings of Newak's algorithms. I don't want to criticize my own work in an inspirational speech. In the age of computers, math is the new frontier. Not great, but it'll do. Nowak, which is none of those names. Westbridge 1, property of Sir Isaac. That's the same logo that was on the lighter and the keyring. So, can I assume maybe that you are Isaac? I can. Stairs covered with ice and snow. Looks like he fell down them. And cigarettes of 4 different varieties. None of which are the kind that he has. There's a spot that I'm missing somewhere, apparently. Oh, I can look at the doors themselves. I can look in the doors themselves. Arrange for a taxi to be here at 6. I have a meeting at 45C Stockard Street. Which is none of those addresses. Seems pretty cut and dry. Cyril Bagman and Deborah Bagman discovered the body of Isaac Noack, which was there because he did not slip on the stairs. Not the car. Fell from the bridge? Huh. Ah. That's what that thing flapping around in the wind was. Okay. Kind of process of elimination, that one. Thanks for your cooperation. We are happy to cover Brandon's tuition fees, provided our arrangement lasts. From your side, we expect complete confidentiality about our motivation for funding Brandon. Any breach of this confidentiality will result in a swift termination of funding. Sincerely, Rare Talent Fund. Okay. Brandon Bagman. I think that might be about all I can fill in of that currently. I don't have enough information about this. Next scenario. Under construction, a brutal blue-collar departure. Okay. These are some unusual pieces of construction equipment. Which has resulted in the death of foreman Joel Gregson. An upsetting accident indeed. This is Miranda Willows from New Wells Regional TV. Back to you in the studio. Well, there's a name I can fill in already. Miranda Meadows. And we have the name of the foreman, which is presumably this guy. And is not breathing. A pipe fell on top of him somehow? Foreman. Fine, you and the boys can end your shift early today to watch the Peel game, but only if you finish dismantling the older sewage pipes in the construction pit first. These are the tasks for the coming Monday, July 14th. Werter should start digging out the old electric cables. Totsky must finally demolish that red garage building. Joel Gregson. Okay. I don't currently see any red garage buildings. There's a green temporary building. Oh. Hello. Luke Brown. There's easy work at the old docks. Ask the locals for Hunter Wolf. Benny Crystal. An old military dog tag. For now, I'm going to assume that that is you. So, you're saying that the vehicle has not been working since July 10th? Let me note this down, Mr. Jenkins. Inspector Roy Sampson. Case notes, 1977. Roy Sampson. And this is Jenkins. Look, my vehicle has been out of order since yesterday. I requested the repair team. You can check with the head office. Hey, Roy, come here, quick. We've got another corpse. It's fresh, but there's something wrong with it. Inspector Ian Worth. Who has a gun. Ian Worth. Hunter Wolf, Benny Crystal. Neither of them are Jenkins. And we missed the Peel game as well, Ted. It was all for nothing. Okay. Monty and Ted. None of those people. Safety rules. When operating Grade 2 heavy machinery, such as demolisher, excavator, or cutter, check the machine's status lights. Report to the service team if you see any errors. Vehicles. Well, that looks like an excavator, that looks like a demolisher, and that looks like a cutter. But we're going to need to figure out who drove what, I suppose. Okay. That looks like you. Best bill. And one of these lights is blinking. Okay. That's everything I have to look at, apparently. Well, I don't currently have a bill. So I suppose I'll go Bill Jenkins. And you're the foreman, so you're not piloting any of these machines. Okay. Werter and Hotsky. So... that guy is the Demolisher. So... he is Totsky, which makes you Werter. Correct. Good, good, good. Now we just have this. Blank used the blank on the blank. This resulted in the death of blank. Following this, the body of blank was found unexpectedly. Butter. Sewage pipe. And the cutter driver is head Werter. Wrong. Still wrong. Demolisher. I figured you would use the cutter on that, but apparently not. Fine. Woman Joel needed to remove a sewage pipe, but the cutter vehicle was out of order. Not wanting to miss a fill game, he asked Monty to use the Demolisher instead. This led to Joel being crushed by the pipe. Police arrived and during their investigation found another fresh body inside the sewage pipe. You've seen his body. It would be a shame if it got out that the man was just an You've seen his body. It would be a shame if it got out that the man who was an inspiration to the world was just another junkie, like one of those homeless deadbeats. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone, but there were those who might. I suggest you talk to the commissioner. Name again. Luke Brown. Luke Brown. Sewage pipe. And I don't know about that bit. Not enough information. Ooh. How do I back out of here? The escape key. Newsflash. The sudden announcement of a sinister cult. Two spots. A couple of different places to go in. It's alright. Apparently 9th District needs help, so I've been promoted to homicide lead there. Besides, if this is some drug cult thing, it's definitely out of my wheelhouse. Roy, get to Sebastian's office immediately and bring these case files of yours. Possum 13, Beetle 4, Cougar 9. Relatively fewer people. What the hell, Roy? I thought you called this conference. What is old Seb blathering about up there on the podium? Are you off the case? What's a bloody demonic drug cult expert? Never heard of it. I appreciate you joining me, Jack. It's nice to see a familiar face. These vultures are after Father's reputation. I convinced the police to release his body early so we can start preparing for the funeral. Unfortunately, it will have to be a closed casket ceremony. The fool has disfigured his face. To the rest of the executive team, I appreciate the offers to take time off to mourn, but we must prove that the International Knowledge Foundation can function without its creator. Therefore, I will continue leading it. All Foundation projects listed below should proceed uninterrupted. Third World Light, Wisdom Interconnected, Rare Talent Fund, CEO EN. I know we haven't been close lately, but I had to come and support my cousin. Don't worry about the closed casket thing. Your father was the greatest scientist of the modern age, and I assure you his legacy will live on. Jack. These are the two topics we wanted to cover today. I can offer you 5 minutes for a couple of questions now. Press conference at 1 PM on December 7th. They expect updates on the high-profile case, the string of bum deaths. And you are Sebastian something or other. Okay. Coverage. Is the family going to press charges against the municipality? I'm thankful for our police force. It is one of the few corruption-free institutions we have. As the Commissioner said, the death was a tragic accident. Why do the police call the cause of all these homeless deaths the Red Curse? Is there really a demon-worshipping cult? It's just shorthand. We strongly believe the deaths are linked to a demon-worshipping drug cult, and we plan to involve experts from out of state. Are you considering any explanations other than a connection to drugs? For example, a deliberate assassination through telepathy? We deal with real crime, sir, not fantasy. Next question, please. Something was a something, and the something was a strong something something. Just to throw that in there straight away. Let's have a look everywhere else. Ooh. Autopsy table, cause of death. Body release date. Gecko 91. Monkey 34. Beetle 4. Tiger 98. Okay. Go in, go out. This is a picture of Blank from the case Blank. His body lies on table Blank. His death is linked to the blankety blank. Case name. Huganine. Red Curse cases. Opened July 11th, 1977, led by Roy Sampson, first victim Luke Brown. Potential witnesses suspects Benny Crystal, friend Hunter Wolf, work. I remember their names from the piece of paper. Case name Possum 13, small canal case. Deceased homeless individual alias Dirty William found a container on the old docks at Stockard Street. Cause of death unknown but clearly connected to Cougar 9. Welcome to the Wisdom Interconnected Network. Please input query. Computer, let me in. Command not recognized. Dear Mr. Walsh, congratulations on becoming Wisdom Interconnected's newest board member. Our next board meeting is in June, after which you'll receive biannual remuneration. Meanwhile, please accept the latest DAC 2 computing machine as a token of our appreciation. Case name closed. Deceased Sir Isaac Newark. Living relatives Elizabeth, Adam, and Jack. And a flag. Okay. First course of action, I think, is to figure out who all of these people are. Okay, that is you. I can tell because that mark matches that. So, you are Beetle 4. Table is... I don't actually know. Only this one has a visible label. Not C. Okay, can we work out who you are? We should be able to fairly easily. Or maybe I can't. Because we don't have information about Beetle 4. Cougar 9. Sebastian Walsh. Tragic accidents. So the main Red Curse case is Cougar 9. And the accidental falling off of a bridge. Closed. Of course, that would be too easy. But this will probably let me name these people. Jack Nowak and Elizabeth Nowak. Good. There's one bit solved. Moseying around, trying to solve multiple different things at once. Offered board member. Board position. Sebastian Walsh. Tragic accident. And red curse. Now we just gotta figure out who all these other people are. Computer machine, wisdom interconnected network. So let's see, it's not Possum 13, it's not Cougar 9. Can I even really narrow it down any further? Beetle 4. Maybe not. I mean, I could just guess. It's Beetle 4, apparently. Which is... That one. Who are you? Hoomst are yoomst. How do I even go about finding that out? Blank, 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 blank. Confusion. I don't know. How the heck I would figure out your name? Am I missing anything? We look over back down here again. You don't have anything. EN? Elizabeth. Okay. So this is Elizabeth Nowak. And I guess this must be Isaac then? I mean, it's not C. It's not C! I don't know how I would know what it is, but it's not C. Got there. So yeah, the whole point is that Isaac Nowak has the same red curse eyes thing, hence why the eyes are also cut out of his photo, and they were covered up in the first scenario by his hat. And for some reason they decided to cover the whole thing up, presumably not to besmirch his previous good character by suggesting he did anything related to drugs when he was a top eminent scientist. The day the conference was announced, Elizabeth Nowak visited Police Commissioner Sebastian Walsh and offered him a lucrative board position with one of the foundations she led. In exchange, she wanted him to hide facts about her father's death. Sebastian accepted the proposal, swiftly promoted Roy Sampson to another position, and took over the conference announcements. Aha. Corruption. Summary of evidence. To Roy Sampson, December 6th, 1977. Beetle 4 had the same affliction as Cougar 9, strong. Beetle 4 and Cougar 9 had the same cause of death, weak. Found substance present, 0 for either. Cougar 9 notes. Notable places: Benny's place, truck pushing office, 3 warehouses in the old docks. Benny Crystal claims he hardly knew Luke Brown and they were not friendly. Advised contacting Hunter Wolf, who has a workshop in Steelside Warehouse and offers odd jobs to people like Luke, who are unable to find this person. No traces in the Steelside website or anywhere else in the docks. Okay. Red Curse. Drug user. This is Elizabeth. This is Isaac. A few days later, Elizabeth offered to fund tuition. Exchanged confidentially about the fact that Isaac had been afflicted by the Red Curse. As before the conference, Sebastian Walsh was offered a similar deal and took it. However, the lab investigation found zero evidence that either Red Curse victim had been a drug user. Everything is correct. Huzzah! We did it. No relation to anything much of that yet. But I'm sure it's about to relate. Or we just have more to fill in. Shortly before his death, Isaac went to meet someone at the... A few days later, someone connected to the provoked into bribing stopped the investigation into. Okay. I need to look back over some stuff for this one. So yeah, you were off to the Imperial University. I assume it's just this? It is not just this. Still don't have any of these people. Don't know how any of those people relate yet. Yes, I would like to exit. Do we have anything about the dockyards? Back here? No. No, we do not. Team. I don't really know what I've even gotten wrong here. Huh. What? Confusion. Pine Street, Eastlake Manor, Dartwood Avenue. Westbridge 1. Luke Brown? Gah. Okay. I just kinda lucked my way into that one, but fine. I could take this gilded blur-ass trinket for scrap metal. You can have 3 soul for it and call yourself lucky. And the idol starts coming back into play.